Hi, I'm Dad the Engineer. Today I'm going to share with you some of the less obvious parts of the Amazon Vine experience. Before I get to that, I'm going to ask you to like this video and subscribe to my channel. It would help me a lot and I appreciate the gesture. Thank you. I'm assuming that you've already seen my Vine intro, invite, and tax videos, though there are links in the description below in case you missed them. You already know the basics. Amazon Vine is a compensated reviewer program where you select and receive retail goods. In exchange, you provide useful and honest reviews of those products. But what are some of the things that you don't already know? Boxes. Assuming that you'll be reasonably prolific with your reviewing, expect a ton of boxes. It's normal for our family to have 30 to 60 boxes a week. You don't have the same options available with Vine orders as you do with normal orders to consolidate packaging and delivery dates. We already cut up our boxes to get them as space efficient as possible in our recycling bin, but we still had to get an extra rolling recycling bin to cope with the boxes and packaging. Sometimes you won't be able to get the items due to shipping restrictions. If you get a message telling you that shipping is not available to your shipping address, it's not a bug. The seller can control what the fulfillment experience is like in order to keep their costs down. In the case of Vine, they're already in a marketing campaign that costs them the reviewed products plus the campaign cost to Amazon. Not allowing cross-country shipping on a massive massage chair helps them control their fulfillment costs. A selected item shows as unavailable. Sometimes this is malicious and sometimes it's not, and you're not going to be able to know what the case is. This message can present itself if the seller has not made the number of items pledged to the Vine campaign available to Amazon's fulfillment. It can be that the seller committed to the Vine campaign but had no intention of ever offering the number of items in the campaign. Or it can be more innocent, like a shipment to the Amazon warehouse was incomplete, damaged, or lost. An item you've selected never ships. This is similar to the unavailable item case. This is a little different as the item selection was successful and the order was created, but you were never actually sent the item. If that occurs, you'll select Contact Us from the Amazon Vine page. There are a couple ways you can handle this, but I select Review Related, Unable to Submit Review, and click Email and then write, I was not shipped the items on order whatever. Please remove my review requirement and take the item off of my tax worksheet. Thanks. You will get a message in a day or two where they acknowledge your message and let you know that they have removed the item from your review and tax obligations. An item is broken and can't be selected. This is a bummer, but sometimes items are just broken on the selection screen. This usually presents as the pop-up dialog coming up but never populating with the item's description or tax value. Sometimes you'll see the swirling wait animation too. There's nothing to do here aside from checking back later. I've seen this happen when the ASIN or sub-item ID have changed. Estimated tax value may be higher than the highest price the item ever sells for. This happens a lot, especially with items that are offered with discount coupons beginning with their first listing. There really isn't anything to do with this condition unless the ETV is higher than the list price. Even then, your only recourse is to contact Vine support or to return the item. Speaking of returns, return anything that you receive that you don't think is worth keeping. If you receive a damaged item, you can try to process an exchange or contact the seller directly for parts. I've done the latter on a number of occasions in order to get undamaged pieces for furniture. However, if you regret getting an item, for whatever reason, just request a return on your order. In most cases, you'll have to send the item back, though occasionally they'll just void the order and tell you to keep the product. If that's the case, you can contact Vine support with a message like the following. I return the item on order, whatever. Please remove my review requirement and take the item off of my tax worksheet. Thanks. You will get a message in a day or two where they acknowledge your message and let you know that they have removed the item from your review and tax obligations. Getting the items you want. The best items come from your Recommended for You item selection tab. These products rarely make it to the Available for All or Additional Items tabs. High dollar and prestigious products are initially placed in the recommendations for reviewers that have a history in buying and reviewing these products. As such, it's probably worth purchasing these items through Amazon rather than other retailers if you want access to those categories of products in your Recommended for You selection tab. Here are a couple of personal examples. I purchased a pool pump, and have not stopped getting recommendations for pool robots, pool pumps, and saunas since. I purchased an NVMe SSD and got a bunch of recommendations for SSDs ranging from 128 gigabytes to 1 terabyte. This isn't foolproof, as I've purchased some items where I've never had any corresponding recommendations. Don't be afraid to use Vine support. I've already mentioned a couple scenarios where you should definitely get Vine support involved. I'm sure I haven't mentioned everything though. Still, anything that seems off about your orders or items to review should be corrected, and Vine support is really your only means to make that happen. Your For You list is empty. This happens sometimes. It used to happen a lot. Don't worry, unless you've run afoul of the performance requirements, it probably signifies nothing. Stay aware of your evaluation dates and current reviewer performance metrics. I've not known Amazon to be particularly strict on in-period review performance, but that doesn't mean that they can't or won't remove you from the program for not staying within the performance expectations. You can check your status from the Account tab on the Vine dashboard. If you found this video to be helpful and would like to see more like it, please like and subscribe. That encouragement would mean more to me than you know, as I'm just getting this thing started. If you would like to contribute some feedback, please engage with me in the comments below. If, like me, you're a little old school, please check out my website linked in my bio. Thanks, and have an awesome day.